Okay, welcome back to Plot, everyone. Got a few jobs to do today, but what I'll do is I'll give you a quick run through before I start and show you what progress has been made and what progress has been destroyed. So let me just swing the camera around and I'll show you what's been going on. Okay, Stromboli broccoli. As you can see, the slugs or snails have stripped 4 of them out of 7 bare. So I'm going to have to do something with them, going to have to re-sow some, but that's not good. This garlic's ready to come out. I've just been up at Dalila's plot and she's peeled some of her garlic and has got fabulous results. Really big bulbs. I think this was the Isle of Wight garlic that I bought from the Isle of Wight gift shop when I was there last year. It's called an Iberian garlic, so I'll get some of that out later. These Lola Rossa lettuces, to do with the water. This has got the seed so it can come out. The peas are doing well. Some of them are actually beginning to get pods. Isn't that fantastic? A bit small I thought, but there you go, they're actually beginning to get pods. Sunflowers are doing okay. Rhubarb's not doing great. Strawberries, we're beginning to get a few little strawberries. Not a lot to shout home about them. Parsnips are doing well. Dalila actually gave me some squashes when I picked her up today. She's up at her plot at the minute. So she gave me a harlequin squash, muscade squash, celebration squash, and a spaghetti squash. So I've got 4 nice squashes there from Dalila. And I think I'll put them in this bed and see if I can trail them up that way. Then the ones I've got at home I can plant at the top and trail them down this way, and hopefully there'll be enough space for them all. Broad beans are doing well. So the broad beans are doing well. Not a giant crop, but yeah, they've got black fly on as well, but we'll still get some. These beans are doing okay. These are the Blauhild purple French climbing beans. These are the runner beans, the Scarlet Emperor. So they're doing okay as well. Greyhound cabbages are doing okay. They haven't seen any damage on them, so they're doing rather well. Potatoes are doing okay. There's 2 lines of beetroot in here, but it's hard to see them amongst the weeds, and I don't want to start pulling all the weeds out. There's a lot of bindweed in there. These are the moist too. They're okay, nothing to shout about really. This was the muhly, but they've gone to seed, and they've got some sort of little bug on them. So they've all gone to seed, which means that one's not. I might leave that one in. They've all got to seed, which means they're just going to be woody if I leave them in there any longer. So I've been pulled out. This is just great for growing bindweed in. If anyone tells you that you can stop bindweed by putting a couple of inches of soil on top, then I wouldn't believe them, because there's about 3 foot of soil on top of these and it's just growing through. Got a few carrots. not an awful lot to shout home about. I won't be trying this method next year. I'm just going to direct sow straight in to the bed. A couple of little ones there. Maybe a bigger one there. And here we've got all my tomatoes at the minute. I'm not ready to put them in the ground yet, although it's getting close to that time because they're beginning to set flowers. So maybe later on this week. And the last time I was here, well, it wasn't the last time I was here, the last time I made a video, the last time I made a video, I measured the depth of the water in the water butt, and I think it was 18 centimetres. Now that is a little bit higher. We'll just get okay, that is a little bit higher. Let me just see. That's 23 centimetres. So I've got maybe about 5 centimetres worth of rain. Which wasn't an awful lot. I was hoping for a lot more than that. And the other, let me just swing this round. So we've got about 5 centimetres worth of rain, which isn't an awful lot, but it's better than a poke in the eye. In fact, as I'm just talking, I can feel a few spots of rain dropping. It's very sunny here. This isn't going to make much. It's going to be a little shower, if anything. So I'm going to start prepping the bed to get these squashes out. So I'm going to stick the camera down and crack on with some work. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant these squashes in and hopefully train them up so they're going up that way. So this one's trying to grow that way. This one's trying to go that way. And I think I'm just going to put them just about here. So let's get a hole dug. Break up soil. And the first one is the harlequin squash. I'll give Dalila back her twigs. I don't know, Velcro. She's got some Velcro around it. I don't think we need that. And I will be putting some slug pellets down around these. So that's the harlequin. Yeah, my squashes are still at the house. I might bring them up tomorrow and do them tomorrow. I was going to put them in that top bed, and I don't think it's quite ready yet. So that can be reused. And so can that. This one's the muscade. Never heard of these before. Dalila says they're a French variety, so she should know. And hopefully we won't get any frosts. I think we're okay. We're so far south that we don't get a lot of frosts even during the winter time. It's nice and quiet here at the minute, but I do happen to know that the Red Arrows, I think it's this weekend, the Red Arrows are down at Torquay, so with a bit of luck we might get a fly past. I might even actually put out beer traps. I've got one old can of beer in the shed of the really dreadful stuff. But it did work very well against the slugs when I used it. So I might actually put out a beer trap as well. In fact, I might put out a couple of beer traps, see if I can protect my brassicas. Oh, good roots on it. I think it's going that way. I remember someone saying that it grows in the direction of its first leaf. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. Anyway, we'll find out. We can always train it to go round. Maybe it's the leading leaf. I don't know. We can train it to go round using garden staples, pegs or whatever. Okay, that's that one as well. What we'll just do now is give them all a water. And that's it. Hello everyone, it's Monday, it's Monday the 2nd I think. Anyway, up at the plot, another blistering hot day. Didn't do too much on my plot at the weekend. I ended up giving Dalila a hand. She's been working very hard on her plot, so I just wanted to give her a little hand on Saturday to get some stuff in the ground. So I'll actually go up and give you a quick sneak around her plot later this afternoon. But today, I'm mostly concerned about is getting my squashes in the ground. So I'll swing a camera around and I'll show you what I've got. Right, these are my squashes. The katsu curry and the chili chicken. These are all butternut squashes, I think. and all the Bombay bad boys are Irichikuri, I think. I'm about 90% sure. There was a little bit of a mix-up with the labelling system, so I was about 90% sure. No, these Irichikuri are getting flowers on already. So yeah, they all need to go on the ground as they're beginning to look a bit yellowy instead of green, and that could be due to lack of nutrients in the pot noodles. I do eat other things apart from pot noodles, by the way. Yeah, going to get them in the ground, and these are going to go. Now these are the squashes that Dalila gave me at the weekend. So they were, and Dalila bought up her own squashes, so I was helping her put them in the ground at the weekend. But I'm going to clear all this off, weed round the edges where there's some weeds creeping in, like that. That shouldn't take me too long. I'll film taking up the black fabric, because there's a good chance we've got slow worms under here. They like to lie underneath this stuff because it heats up nice and warm. So I'm going to clear all this rubbish off, and we'll lift the tarp off, the weed fabric off, and see if there's any slow worms. If there is any slow worms, what we'll do is I'll relocate them to a quieter part of the site. They are a protected species, and they're lovely little things. They don't do any damage, they don't harm anyone, so it's nice to help them out a little bit, move them to a quieter part of the allotment. Other thing I'm going to do today, as you can probably tell, the grass needs cut again, so I've got the lawnmower and the strimmer. All the batteries are charged up, so I did do a little bit at the weekend down here. You can see it's a lot shorter down here, but yeah, the rest of it needs cut. So let me put the camera down and we'll start clearing off that bed. Okay, let's peel this back and see what we've got. There'll be a few slugs and snails, but they'll all get relocated. There you go. Slow worm. Let me put the camera down as I try to move. Sorry. So that's a slow worm. What I did was I put them underneath the Himalayan honeysuckle, and it should be nice and cool. Oh, there's another little one. There it is. And he's disappeared. Okay. Let's see what else I've got. Got plenty of bindweed. Ants. Hate ants. Okay, so a few spots of bindweed. There's the remnants of the cardboard that was there. There's another one. I'll relocate this. Probably not happy about getting woken up. He's in the grass. So I'll just check other bits of cardboard. Oh wow, look at all the ants. They're all scurrying about trying to move the eggs. These are the nice ones. These ones, when they bite, it hurts. I'm quite sensitive to insect bites for some reason. And if I get bit by one of them, my arm will swell up. No. Oh, there's another little one. I'm going to put the camera down so I can pick this little guy up and put him somewhere safe. I am going to be spending the next part of my time cleaning this up, getting rid of all this bindweed. What I generally find happens is, even if you cover bindweed, it still grows, and what it will do is it will grow these white brittle roots, and then it will keep stretching out until it finds the edge, and once it finds the edge of us covering it, it will start growing again. So all this entire site, as I said before, was covered in carpet, and that didn't kill the bindweed. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera down, put on a podcast and crack on with weeding this bed. I'll be back later. Okay, let's go and have a look at Dalila's plot, see what she's been up to. She's been doing a lot of work, she's been worked really hard, and the plot's looking really nice. So we'll start off with this bed. This is a bed that's got squashes in. This is a raised bed that I made for her during the winter from pallet wood. I just painted it and put on some rubble sacks, stapled them onto the sides. She was saving it to fill up with compost, but it's compost expensive, so it was covered over. And at the weekend, she was running out of room along here to put her squashes. So I says, well, why don't you just put them in here? So they've all fitted in here nicely. Hopefully they'll do okay. Other things going on. She's got a few of the purple climbing French beans that I had spare, and the rest of these is courgettes, and I think they're courgettes. They might be cucumber or something, but most of them are courgettes. And the 4 beans there. She did have some peas there, but I think all the sparrows have nipped the tops off it. Our brassicas are doing really well. That's red cabbage that I gave her, so it's only a little seedling, it's only gone in recently. That looks like spinach or chard or something like that. Then there's some little turnips there, and I've got 2 cauliflowers that are doing really well there. And that row is the yellow dwarf French beans that she loves. And they're doing quite well. She did try growing them last year, but she didn't have much success. They just kept getting slugged. Potatoes, she's grown potatoes in containers as well. Much easier to harvest, and they're all doing well. I'll give them a water on Wednesday if I come up on Wednesday, because we're going to get some rain tomorrow morning, hopefully. And a few more potatoes in there. We've got some beetroots. We've got some tomatoes and a cucumber. And this is a mixture. There's one carrot in there, I think. And I'm not quite sure what else is. There's some leafy greens or something. I'm not quite sure what's in there. This one, she's got a couple of scarlet kale that I gave her. And she's got some cabbages. And I don't know what that is at the end. So yeah, they're doing okay. And she's got a sweet corn in here. She put that in at the weekend, and that's her elephant garlic. She did pull all her other garlic that was in there. That was the Iberian garlic that I brought back from the Isle of Wight last summer. So it's grown over the winter, and she's got really nice bulbs of garlic from that. In fact, I'll see if I can put a picture in right here. So, yeah, she cut the grass at the weekend as well, and she did an awful lot of work. So, yeah, it's looking really good. And she's looking forward to reaping the rewards. Right, back to my plot. Okay, for the rest of the afternoon, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the grass. So, there's no point in filming that. You don't need to see him. Man sweating away as he's cutting the grass. So thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying this content. It doesn't cost anything, and you'll be notified if you click the little bell. You'll be notified for whenever I put up any new content. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.